Guys, right now we're going to start working on this 03, I think it's 03, maybe 02, 7.3 with a ZF6 in it, 6-speed manual truck, and I think it needs a clutch. It might just be a throwout bearing, I don't really know, but before we pull this thing in here into the shop, I want to start it so you guys can hear the clutch. Let me get her started up. I'm sure that gives you a pretty good understanding what I'm talking about. It is so bad, it's horrible sound, but we'll pull it down here to the garage, start taking some of the shifter stuff apart, and get the drive shafts pulled out, and we'll yank this transmission real quick. So then we'll know what we got to get for it, whether it just be a clutch or a throwout bearing. Really just depends what kind of shape everything's in, and we'll try to, hopefully if it needs a clutch, we can talk them into getting one. So let's pull it down here into the garage real quick, and we'll start pulling the trans out.
Perfect.
Alright guys, jump forward sometime. Got the drive shaft pulled out of it, got them laying here, pulled the skid plate off, and got the shift linkage for the four-wheel drive unhooked. It's pretty easy to do. Just has, let me grab a light. Just has like a little bolt right there, kind of unhook the four-wheel drive shifter there. Vacuum line's unhooked, all the wiring is unhooked from the transmission, drive shaft's out. Did break, have to cut these two bolts out. These two bolts were seized and stripped the heads off of them. But basically, if you can cut them off and leave a little bit on there, basically I should be able to just weld a nut on those and then get them out, and then I'll just have to buy a strap and 2 new bolts. But we were able to get those ones out. Just kind of one of those things you're gonna deal with on older trucks. Transfer case is loose right now. I got it starting to drain. There's some fluid coming out of it, a little bit in between the transmission and transfer case. All right guys, this is now the next night. We got the transmission out of the truck. I had to have Corey help me just how big this thing is. So we got it pulled out and we started taking it apart. And what it looks like happened, all the transmission bolts broke loose. They were all loose. The transmission was basically loose from the engine adapter. But I'm almost positive this little spacer here is not supposed to be here. So the bolts were pushed out, and one of the material discs was actually rubbing up against this, and the throwout bearing was making all kinds of noise. But it's pretty much trashed the clutch in the process. All the springs and stuff have been just absolutely vibrated loose in it. So we're gonna pop this thing out, and yeah. Dude, you motherfucker. Just take it last one and let it fall. No, it'll probably crack my concrete.
It'll probably fucking break your foot.
Here, you one hand it and I'll get it.
Little skills. Oh man. I was leaving that there.
Probably ought to put a rear main in it too. Be dumb not to. So yeah guys, now we've got the transmission out of the truck obviously, and we're down to this point. We'll probably end up putting a rear main in this thing. You can see it's leaking pretty bad. And yeah, so we're gonna have to do a clutch. We're gonna have to get a rear main for it. And that's pretty much it. We'll go back together after that, but Corey's just being a smart ass. So, yeah, look how big these oil pans are, man. Freaking huge in these 7.3s.
Just doing an in frame over here.
But we're gonna get you all cleaned up, and that's gonna wrap it up for now.
Look, Don, you can see where it rubbed. This is a good one. This is bad.
All right, guys, before we close tonight's video out, I'm over here at Bailey's house, and he just put all new front brakes and U-joints in his truck. You guys knew whenever we were test driving, I think I told you guys needed to put U-joints in it, and he also got the thing. He did just like a quick once-over with the buffer, but he is going to take it to a professional and have it done. But because it is a black truck and you can really damage the paint with these, and you got to be careful. But I think you guys are already going to agree that this thing looks a lot better. It is looking good. Got center caps on it because the center caps were off for some reason. He even got the interior cleaned up. This is a badass truck. Doors. Huh? Oh, you did fix it. Yeah, the door panel was broke. It looks like you got that fixed. I didn't even notice. Threw a little couple little sneakies in there. Can't even tell. That was the guy must have got mad. He kept saying his employees drove this truck, so I'm guessing he got mad and like slammed on the door and ripped this off. But yeah, he's it's not clean, done, but he is got it pretty cleaned up so far. Whoa, he just dropped it down on me. Mega cab. This thing is huge. So much room for activities. There's still a little bit of swirl on the paint, but that'll all come out probably. Got it from the back side. You guys can get a pretty good idea what this thing looks like. I really like the lettering being yellow. It's kind of different. I don't really know if that's a factory thing or if the guy had the badges changed, but they're yellow. I think they're normally red. Looks pretty cool. So, getting cool pics for the gram. It's also has like a clear protective layer over the front. Oh, I just got my fingerprints all over. I'm not even gonna wipe them off. And this is the air filter that came off of it. Look at that thing. You guys saw how dirty it was when he got this in the last video, but man, it is collapsed. He's got to get a new air filter for it. But yeah, it gives you guys a pretty good idea of the truck, and I'm sure we'll be doing more on this thing. So without further ado, that is going to wrap up the end of this video. Be sure to come back for the next video. We'll hopefully be meeting the buyer of the Shorty. All right, guys, today is the day. I've been camping. Me and Caitlin are out camping again this weekend, and I'm actually on the way back to our house. I left the campground Saturday morning, and I'm on the way back to our house because the buyer of the Shorty is about 30 to 45 minutes out right now, I think. So we are going to meet with him, and hopefully he takes it home. So that's where we're headed now, and we'll catch up with you guys when we get to the house. All right, guys, we're here with Logan, and he is pretty excited about the truck. He drove, him, his dad, and Chris, they drove like 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours to get up here today. And we're just taking on a little spin. We went and got her filled up with some fuel. So we're gonna get back to the house. I think he's gonna buy it.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
He's loving it already, but we're gonna get back to the house, and we'll put the tonneau cover back on it for him, and just kind of do a once over and go from there. Looking good, man. You excited?
Yeah, dude, you have no idea.
He said he's actually watched the truck pretty much be built on the channel.
Oh, for sure. I've watched this thing since the fummets.
Sweet, man. So we're gonna get back to the house and we'll finish everything up. So pretty exciting moment for Logan.
Oh, for sure.
We're here with Logan. He is actually gonna take the truck home.
Yep.
He's drove it a little bit, and we got everything taken care of. So What is the first thing you're gonna do to it?
First thing we're gonna do to it, we're gonna pull these stock wheels off. We're gonna do some 20 by 10.5 chrome Archon Lincolns on some Toyo proxies.
I like those wheels a lot.
Yeah, they're gonna be pretty.
And it'll be interesting to actually see what it looks like with chrome wheels on. I've always had black. Well, I've only had one set of wheels on it, I guess. But
somebody get custom offsets, sponsor me or something. Yeah,
that'd be nice.
Yeah.
But any plans for the motor or anything? Or
motor's gonna stay stock for a little bit. He's actually building a 24 valve 4-wheel drive version of the same truck, so I'm gonna see what power he makes, and then if he makes more than me, then I have to start doing motor work.
Right.
If he doesn't, I'm good. I'm probably gonna pull the factory seats out. I'm thinking doing some some bucket seats.
That would be
some
cool.
Harnesses or something. And yeah, just little tiny stuff here and there. Got a little bit of wiring got to do when I get home.
So I'll put both their Instagrams in. Like I said, he is actually building a Shorty as well, but it's actually a 4-wheel drive, right? 4-wheel drive, 5-speed.
Yep, NV 4500 5-speed, 24 valve swap, and short bed single cab.
Right.
Rowdy, bro.
It's gonna be nice. So guys, make sure you go check out in the description of this video. I'll put both their Instagrams in there. So make sure you go give them a follow as well. But for now, I think they're gonna hit the road. They got a long drive back home, and
Got 3 hours in
they're ready to go enjoy the rest of their weekend. So
you're gonna do some burnouts, Chris. I'm just waiting on burnouts. We're gonna do some burnouts.
We're gonna get out of here. There she goes. I can't believe I'm watching this truck drive away right now. So, anyways, the truck is gone. I can't believe it. I really can't.